This morning we're back on, I think we're day 16 today, if I'm not mistaken. We're back on some Yoga Sutras. We're going to go through one more today. So we're on Sutra number 5. Remember, each author that transliterates and translates the sutras does it slightly differently. And then, of course, their explanation and teaching on the sutras is slightly different as well. So this is just one of many. Sutra number 5, chapter 1. The modifications of the mind, meaning the types of thoughts we think, are fivefold. So that's the first way that the thought forms that we have are categorized. They're fivefold, and then they're further categorized by saying they are painful or not painful. So first of all, there are 5 types of thoughts we think. Secondly, those 5 types of thoughts are either painful or not painful. Now, this is usually a very controversial sutra because of the reason for painful and not painful thoughts. Now, I'm not going to tell you just yet which thoughts are painful and which are non-painful. I'm going to read just a paragraph from the explanation, and then we'll say which ones are painful and not painful. So the author here says, according to the theory of kleshas. Now, kleshas are anything in life that produces us suffering. Anything that happens in the world that causes suffering for us. According to the theory of kleshas, upon which the yogic philosophy is based, all pleasurable and painful experiences are really painful to the people who have developed the faculty of discrimination and are not blinded by the illusions of the lower life. So if you're awake and aware and insightful, pleasurable and painful experiences are painful. Why is that? If our inner eyes were open, we would see the potential pain hidden within these pleasures, and not only when the pain is present in an active form. This may appear to the student a rather pessimistic view of life, but let us withhold our judgment until we've studied the entire philosophy of kleshas and the entire Yoga Sutras teaching. So, why are all pleasurable and painful thoughts and experiences painful? The answer is quite simple. Any thought that creates an emotional reaction, now any emotion, perceived positive emotions and perceived negative emotions, are what Patanjali is calling painful. Positive and negative emotions are painful. Why is that? Well, because emotions can flip-flop like that. A so-called positive emotion can change to its opposite when the experience that caused the emotion changes. We don't change what's going on out there. We don't control that. We control this. Happiness can flip to sadness. Excitement can flip to disappointment. Love can flip to hate. It happens. Those are the ever-changing sea or world or ocean of emotions. That's why Patanjali, the wise sage that taught us yoga, says that any thought form that causes emotional reactions is really painful, even if it's a perceived happy or good or positive thought. Controversial? Yes. Now, if you remember a few days ago, we talked about qualities of the soul, the nature of the soul and what the soul is like. And we talked about how the soul is blissful. The soul is unconditionally loving. The soul is joy. Those are not emotions. Those are not emotions. Those are soul traits, natural qualities of your higher self. If we can raise our consciousness through meditation and through non-attachment to the physical, we can live in those realms with those energies, not happy, sad, excitement, disappointment, expectations unmet, attachment, jealousy. Let's meditate. Find your comfy seat, please. Spine is tall. Again, it's not a pessimistic view of life. It's a charge, it's a challenge, it's an order to raise our consciousness above the world of change, above the world of impermanence, and to abide in our true nature, which is completely blissful and all loving. Not emotions, soul traits, the qualities of the divine, which is us. Let's take a deep inhale and chant Om together. First prepare, exhale, inhale. Let's begin with some Kapalabhati, please. So with your spine tall and shoulders relaxed, use your abdominal muscles and begin a rhythmic exhalation through the nose. This process is cleansing the air and cleansing the energy inside the body, and it's cleansing the air and prana outside the body, your aura. So snap the belly, force a short exhalation out in a rhythmic fashion. Isolate the ab muscles. The abdominals are the only thing that are moving. Shoulders stay relaxed, arms stay relaxed, face stays relaxed. Continue for just a few more seconds. Make it rhythmic. Last few breaths. And inhale completely. Full breath of air. Fill the lungs up. Hold the breath. Pull the belly back towards the spine. Uddiyana Bandha. Lower the chin. Jalandhara Bandha. Squeezed up the perineum. Mula Bandha. Hold the breath. Hold as long as you comfortably can. Comfortable retention. When you need to, slow and controlled exhale through the nose. And then move into deep, controlled Ujjayi breaths. So we're constricting the throat. We're feeling a little bit of tension in the breathing apparatus here. A little bit of heat is building, additional through Ujjayi, but make the breath very slow and smooth, complete from exhale to inhale, and then complete from inhale to exhale. No pausing, just smooth transitions. Patanjali teaches us that the way to transcend the lower nature, the way to transcend the flip-flop of lower emotions, is to make the mind smooth and calm. And how do we do that? By making the breath smooth and calm. All of the physical yoga poses that we do, all of the physical techniques, breathing, bandhas, mudra, asana, it's all designed to optimize the lower nature, the physical vehicle that we drive through life, so we can transcend and realize the consciousness that is above, that is pervading, that is never changing based on external circumstances. Continue to intend to make the inhale and exhale as smooth and even and calm as possible. Now we'll add a very subtle and simple kriya with the breath, and it involves the spine, but just the portion of the spine from behind the navel to the top of the head. So very simply, during the inhale, just move your awareness from the spine behind the navel up to the top of the head, and then back down again on the exhale, from the top of the head down to the spine behind the navel, the root or the seat of the Manipura chakra. Tracing energy, moving energy up the spine on the inhale, down the spine on the exhale, from navel to crown and back again. If there are any rough patches or catches or hiccups in the breath, see them smoothing out. Intend for everything to be very even, very subtle. When you shape the breath, you shape the mind. When you shape the mind, you shape the emotions. When you shape the emotions, you reduce suffering, reduce pain, reduce fears and anxieties. And now rest your awareness, please, in the abdomen around the navel center. If you joined us yesterday, we practiced an English mantra that was associated to a flame in the navel area of the body. So let's reestablish that flame, just the image of a warm glow, a light that radiates. Keep your attention there and just repeat after me. In me, there is a light that lights the whole world. It radiates truth, boundless will, action, and knowledge. In me, there is a light that lights the whole world. It radiates truth, boundless will, action, and knowledge. Contemplate the meaning of those words. Okay, let's take a deep inhale together, please. Breathe in. One more like that. Bring your hands to your heart center. Acknowledge that you've practiced meditation. Acknowledge that you've begun to analyze the mental habitual processes that we go through in order so we can eventually wrangle them in and begin to control our lives at a high level. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Namaste, Sukhi.